Hey guys, it's GirlGotGame, and welcome back to the Crimson Flower that divides Lunar coupling. Despite the fact that Esta is on our screen, we are done with his route, and we are in fact trying to find Jigi, who I think has been mentioned a grand total of maybe twice in passing. We have yet to actually see this person in-game. I think he's on the title screen, but other than that, we haven't seen him, and we've only had a couple of references to him. So, I'm kind of trying to follow a bit of a walkthrough to get onto his route, because I'm like, I don't even know where to begin with that guy. So as you can see, we are married to Esta, once again. This is when he was sneaking in through the window. And as far as the walkthrough is concerned that I found, this seems to be the branching point, so I don't know how many options I'm going to need before I'm fully on Jigi's route, but we're gonna stick with this, see if we get on the correct path, and we'll take it from there. Maybe this means that the inside of the castle is also dangerous. There are a lot of women-hungry men in Nasla. Even if this is the castle, I may need to stay vigilant. I puzzled over it, but I still couldn't find any other reason. I don't really know Esta in the first place, so I couldn't possibly get what he's thinking. I'll just ask him about himself directly when he comes back tomorrow. To plan a strategy, you must first know the enemy. With a sense of determination, I turned off the lights and went to bed, feeling like I'm about to go into battle. Oh no, I might not be able to sleep in this excited state. I might not be able... Which is what I thought before I yawned. Before I could marvel at my brazenness, my exhausted body fell asleep. Girl. Alright, and then we continue. Probably gonna skip ahead for a bit, so I'll bring you in when something changes. Okay. We've made it to our next choice. What was the context of this? Was this when Esta was starting to bring us gifts? Yeah, I think so. He brought us, like, some food. Aw, Esta was just being so sweet. Now we gotta, like, be sus so we can get on Jigi's route. Alright, well. That's right. If we eat it together, I can confirm that they're okay. This is actually, like, great foreshadowing for the end of Esta's route, where the guy drank the wine, so you would think it would be okay, but no, he was just like, I'm going down with the ship. Why don't we eat these together? No, thank you. He was staring at me, and I couldn't pull back. As my goal is to get along with him, it'd be bad to show him me being cautious here. Okay. Okay, I'll have it. I just have to eat it. And then is that it? Are we... Yeah. We're back. Okay. Well, little detour. I'll bring you in at the next choice. Alright, it wasn't all that far away. What was the context of this one? Ah. Esta was starting to believe in love, and now we gotta crush that severely. I'm hating this branch off already. We haven't even seen the guy that we're branching off towards yet. All we're doing is crushing Esta's hopes and dreams. Wonderful. Oh! Jigi popped up in the corner. He's starting to watch. Oh! I don't deserve to be told I'm loved, though. I've been trying to befriend Esta for a purpose, even if it is for a mission. That guilt was disturbed by his pure favor that was directed toward me. Good, you should be feeling guilty.
Apologies. I said something strange.
No, that's not it. That's not... I let out a sigh of weakness, and the bell in my hand tinkled due to the vibration. Every time I hear a tinkling sound, I get butterflies in my stomach as I remember Esta's declaration of love. Is this back to... Yeah, it is back to normal. Okay. Well, until Jigi shows up, I guess. I'll see you. Oh, actually, no. Never mind. Another choice. So quickly. Probably this. what was the last thing? To be a friend, right. Interesting. And here I was like, okay, let's not project onto Esta. But this time, we are projecting and Jigi likes that? Question mark? He likes it. Although, judging by her face, maybe she means enemy? Girl, what are you thinking over there? Friend or... A sense of guilt that had once been hidden comes to the surface. I felt a prickly stimulation in my chest and clutched at my clothes. But if I could, I would like to be friends with Esta with a pure heart. After thinking that, I now feel guilty in a different way. Truly wanting to be friends with him feels like a betrayal to Roos.
Do you need water?
Yes, I might. I might need some water to cool my head. Title drop. Alright. So she's kind of friend-zoned Esta in this version. Which kind of makes sense if we're going to get onto Jigi's route, so... I guess we'll just continue friend-zoning him. And we can't say this because there's someone in the shadows watching us that we may like more or will learn to like more. I love that he keeps showing up. We haven't even seen him yet. This is such a weird beginning to a route. All I'm doing is breaking Esta's heart. I hate it. Among the men in this country, you're the most reliable. I'm sorry, because I'm just relying on you and causing trouble.
No, I am very happy to be relied on by you. I am surprised now that I even have the heart to feel this way.
It was the gentlest smile I've ever seen. There was not an ounce of coldness in his softened, beautiful face. And yet, we hurt that soft, beautiful face over and over. Gosh, dang it. Okay, I shall skip, and I will bring you in soon. Oh. We got some slightly different dialogue, because we're not in love when we're holding his hand this time. Which hurts my heart, places. The hand I held was warm, and I thought once again that I was holding hands with a person. That's all you have to say about that? You just stopped me to break my heart like that? Girl, I swear. How dare you? How dare you? Alright, we'll do this one. Just keep picking opposite options till that guy shows up sometime. I'm not noble enough to look down on anyone. Once I also tried to use Esta for my mission. Even if it's a good cause, it's not a clean action. It is simply a cop-out to claim that my sin is lighter in degree. I'm still working for my own benefit. I hate everything about this. Please release me from my sins, game. Please. Alright. Skipping ahead. Oh, never mind. Don't have to fade you guys out to black this time. So I won't be pissed about them disrespecting my boy, because he's not my boy anymore. Gosh darn it. He's figured me out. I was angry, but I couldn't defend the actions of Noel and Esta as being just. As I was biting my back teeth in frustration, Minister Orta glanced at me. Okay, we just... Alright, we have a very small difference there. And now I gotta... Alright, well, I won't make you guys wait here with me for Orta. I'll bring you in a bit. Okay, waiting may be over. We have a new scene. And no sign of Esta, so maybe it's time for my pain to come to an end? Fingers crossed. I'm hungry. I was able to return home before sunset thanks to the fact that I came home quickly to think about the contents of tomorrow's letter. But after standing all day and running around, my hunger was at an all-time high. My stomach growled with an intensity that's unbecoming for a maiden. I feel that. I'd be too embarrassed to meet Esta like this. Maybe I can stop by the kitchen and get something light before going back to my room. People call it snacking. Oh, they do they? I know, but it's less embarrassing than going back with my stomach growling. I think. Please, don't judge me for snacking. What should I do? I wonder if the spirits took pity on my secret struggles. That's... A bright red apple rolled down at my feet as I was walking, holding my stomach. I wonder if it fell from the tree in the courtyard over there. If so, I could just wipe it off and eat it. Girl, you're too trusting of food around here. Food and drink. After giving that some serious thought, I shook my head. No. This isn't Roos, so if someone saw that, Esta's reputation would take a hit. Of course, the Nasla royal castle is different from the forest where I went hunting. I was so hungry that I was about to fall back into my old tomboyish habits, and I fell into a mild sense of self-loathing. I wiped the sweat off my forehead and picked up the apple for the time being. Rather than leaving it rolling like this, it would be better to return it to the courtyard and feed it to the birds. Girl, are you a Disney princess? I thought for a moment and went down to the courtyard. It was when I was looking for a good place to put the apple down. Is it you? You mysterious shadow boy? Who's been judging my choices?
Thief.
Huh? A voice came from out of nowhere, causing me to jump in surprise. My surprise won out over refuting the sudden allegation. Who? I walk slowly and look around. Did I imagine it? No matter how much I look around, I can't find the trace of anyone. There's only swaying trees and flowers. Maybe I'm just fatigued and I misheard the sound of the wind. Girl, what are you, a guard from Skyrim? I felt both relieved and pathetic. I let my guard down and was about to turn around when...
Don't take that, thief.
Once again, I heard it more clearly than before. What's more, this time, the source of the voice. I knew right away that I was being spoken to from above. In the sky? Where are you? You in a tree? What? Ah! A red light pierced my eyes as I was startled and tilted my head back. A glow that seemed to amplify the setting sun shimmered among the leaves and fell in front of me, frozen in surprise. Good grief. Finally, you make an appearance. I guess you're just so good that I couldn't see you until now. Why are you calling me a thief? You dropped the apple. You just have bad reflexes. Also, you kinda cute, low-key.
That's mine.
Looks like a wildcat. That's the first thing I thought, as the young man was far too casual. Even though he dropped from a considerable height, he didn't make a big sound when he landed. He lands so softly that I wonder if he actually has wings, and then stands up with a nonchalant face.
Are you listening?
I am still frozen with surprise, and the young man puts his hands on his hips as if he is dumbfounded.
You steal from me and ignore me too.
I am not a thief. I finally come to my senses and lift my eyes. The young man then straightened out his long fingers and spun them around in front of my chest. Huh? Ah! I looked down at him when he showed me. I remembered that I was holding the apple I had picked up earlier, and finally I got the point. I didn't know this was yours, so I'm not a thief. I thought it'd be better to give it to a bird than leave it lying around. In fact, I brought it here so you could thank me. Despite being in the middle of my protest, he takes the apple away. He calls me a thief and won't even listen to my side of the story. Having regained his momentum, the young man bites into the apple.
It tastes bad because you held it.
You know, You've been quite rude from the start.
It's just the truth. You picked it up, took it, and warmed it up even though I cooled it off.
Well, go dip it in the fountain then. That's because...
Did you hear me telling you to pick it up?
I didn't, but...
Then it is your fault.
Why? I'm so angry, I don't know where to start refuting him, but I can't in my usual way. Perhaps because the young man is strangely confident, I feel bad every time he retorts me. Then I'm sorry.
Oh, you're sorry. Walking around at this hour with a face that looks like a cow that's starving to death.
How long I stay out has nothing to do with you. And wait, why a cow? Something smaller would have been better, like a pig or a rabbit. I think I'd rather be a cow than a pig. Just saying. Why do the guys in this game keep comparing her to different animals? They all have... I should have really started a list of, like, all the animals these guys compare her to. Horses, wildcats, cow. It's just endless.
You're not cute enough to be a pig or rabbit.
I'm pretty sure I hate this guy. I wanted to refute his comment that you're the one who's not cute, but I was at a loss for words. Also, I'd be lying. Copper-colored hair that absorbed the setting sun and pale blue eyes that twinkle beneath it. Even his well-proportioned facial features. Everything was terribly beautiful. Ah, Naala, your inner cheeseroo is showing again. This combination of hair color and eyes is particularly unusual, and is so beautiful that it gives the young man's fearlessness a somewhat otherworldly atmosphere. It's true, I heard somewhere that the combination of red hair with blue eyes is one of the rarest combinations, so she's not wrong about that. No, Esta, why are there so many beautiful people here? I love that she's finally, like, angry about it. Like, why are all the men gorgeous? What the heck, actually? This is ridiculous at this point. It's kind of frustrating. I pointed at the young man as I had to say something back. Not cute? You're the one who's not cute. Your personality, that is.
Men shouldn't be cute. That's disgusting.
That's not true.
Well, who cares anyway? I was just giving you some advice. I don't care one way or the other if you get attacked on the street and die.
Where in any of that was he giving me advice? I guess he's saying don't pick up strange things that roll in front of you conveniently because someone might be using that as a lure to kill you. Perhaps. If I argue with something like that, the ridiculousness will only increase, so I keep quiet. Taking advantage of that, the young man continued to speak.
Or maybe it's better that way. Daredevil wenches like you can die on their own.
I wasn't expecting to be called a derogatory name. I shot back, forgetting this offensive word. Wench? You're pretty foul-mouthed for a first meeting.
It's because I hate you so much.
What did I do to you, other than pick choices that you like? It's rare to be rejected in such an outspoken manner. It's so shocking I could actually let out a dry laugh. Half-eyed, I put my hands on my hips like the young man. Have we been in contact enough for you to hate me?
Sort of. I've been ordered several times to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on? That being said, I now realize that the young man's clothes was similar to Esta's. Repeating the word ordered in my head, I came up with one possibility. Are you... Yeah, definitely not one of... I mean, yes, in the grand scheme of things, one of Null's subordinates, but everybody basically answers to Esta, so... There we go. One of Esta's subordinates?
Yup. You changed, Mr. Esta, and that's why I hate you.
Ah, understandable. Well, you should have acted before I showed up on the scene. I'm not sure how any of this leads to you hating me.
I respect Mr. Esta and love him, so it's a natural conclusion.
Yeah. There aren't so many women here.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I do hate wenches, so you might not be too far off.
Where are we going with this route exactly? Again with the wench, how rude. I do have a name. Come to think of it, I never heard your name.
Why should you?
I at least want to put a name to my hatred. I like that, that's a great line.
Why would I tell you?
If you don't, I'll report this to Esta.
I've never met a wench like you. And I mean that as bitterly as possible.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I'm Jigi.
Jiggy?
It's my name.
I feel like I've heard this name before.
Anyway, I told you, so submit your little report to Mr. Esta. Make it a good one.
A good one? What do you mean?
Tell him that Jiggy fellow was exceptionally kind.
I can't lie about something so far removed from the truth.
Sure, just say it properly.
Boasting, Jiggy turned around. He went off with the sound of chewing an apple mixed in with his fading footsteps. Ah, was Jiggy the one who caused that problem? After he faded out of sight, I remembered a conversation between Esta and Soon one day. Yeah, I had no idea when that happened, but I remember it because we just did Esta's route. I believe that the person in question in that case was named Jiggy. Remembering that, everything about Jiggy's demeanor made sense. Yeah, why do you guys keep him on exactly? I see. Judging from what was said, he respects Esta, who is working behind the scenes. That's why he thinks I'm a hindrance for creating the cause of that Esta's change. I get it, but that doesn't mean I can give up on the bet with Noel. Esta's already changed. Dropping out of the game now is the same as accepting Esta's death, which may come someday. I'm sorry that I ended up taking away your respected boss, but I can't stop here. Esta is my dear friend. For me, a friend is someone who I want to be happy. Until the very end. That's interesting. So she's still doing the bet with Noel for the sake of Esta to be free and not die. Because she just genuinely cares for him as a person. It's nice to see that, like, even with the romance stripped away, she still genuinely cares for him and wants him to have a better life. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Alright, and then we skip forward again? Yes. Alright, we've made it to another stop in progress after waiting for Orda to do a thing. So I guess Jiggy's gonna come and grace us with his presence again. I wonder if I'm tired. The morning sun hurts my eyes. Even the sunny weather, which should normally make me feel refreshed, seems to be driving me forward as if to say, come on, let's get going. No. Noel would laugh at me if I said I was tired here. I slapped both my cheeks to perk myself up. Immediately after that, a breeze blew in, bringing faint laughter from the courtyard. This voice is... If anything, it brings back bad memories, and I frown. When I crossed my arms and glared upwards, a nearby tree shook and a black shadow fell. That's great. I love that she just looked up immediately like, Jiggy! Why do you suck so much? If anybody ever greeted me as such, my immediate reaction would be to put my fist out straight in front of me. And because I'm short, you know where that's going for most people. Right in the nadges.
Hey, heifer.
I told you I'm not a cow. I have a name.
Cow is good enough for you. Well, maybe a raging bull is more accurate.
If you don't cut it out, I'll stab you with one of my horns. Ooh, good comeback, girl. It's a foul-mouthed wildcat. Or rather, Jigi. It seems that he likes high places, as he was resting in a tree today as well.
You really don't know when to quit. Lord Esta will toss you away if you continue to be so not cute.
Same to you.
Aw, too bad. I'm Lord Esta's #1 disciple, so unless I fail at my job, I won't be discarded.
I'm just saying Soon should have that title. Not biased at all. I'm also Esta's friend, so I also can't be discarded.
Huh, friend? That's shallow.
Your friendship with him is shallow. Our friendship is very strong.
Detestable wench.
Insufferable prick. Besides, didn't you get into some trouble with Esta the other day?
I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I just said I didn't want to be your escort.
Oh really? Being able to speak so plainly, I'm sure he never has stomach pains in his life. This is the kind of relationship you two are gonna have, isn't it? Just butting heads constantly. Sure, you know what? Why not? Yep. You guys just like to fight. But fighting with Jigi might have perked me up. Perhaps because I was angry, my body, which had been heavy until just now, felt a little lighter. If this makes me feel better, maybe I am a raging bull, as Jigi said. Fighting does give me energy. With a chuckle, Jigi wrinkled his eyebrows as if he thought he was being ridiculed.
What?
It's nothing. But I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, Jigi. Thanks to you, I can do my best today.
Are you alright? You didn't eat another fallen apple or some weird mushrooms, did you?
I mean, if you don't know the answer to that, you are doing a terrible job of escorting me. You worried?
Of course not. I wish you'd hurry up and die.
Of course. Waving him off with my hand, I passed by. I looked sideways at Jigi as we passed each other, and I was amused by the look on his face that said that he truly didn't understand. And I'm off.
Don't bother coming back.
Perhaps it's because these days, every day, no matter how much I push or pull, there is no change. I was grateful to Jigi, who gave me a challenge when I pushed back. She likes a challenge, eh? Ah, things are still continuing. My morning energy was, unfortunately, used up during the day. My feet are complaining of severe fatigue from all the standing around, and my back and arms are aching from the strain. In other words, my whole body hurts. What's even more painful is that my mental strength is getting sapped day by day in a situation where I'm not getting anything done. At this rate, the body is pulled by the mind. If this keeps up, I'm afraid that I wouldn't be able to stand due to my weakened mental state. As I was walking around in a daze, my vision blurred with tears, and I blinked in a panic. Don't cry. If you cry here, you won't be able to get back up. I blinked many times, but the hint of tears wouldn't go away. I had no choice but to cool off in the courtyard until I felt better. I sat down at the base of a thick tree and took a deep breath. Taking advantage of the lack of people here, I stretched out my arms and legs, sloppily leaning against the trunk. This will help me to relax both my mind and body. Which is what I thought, but sometimes emotions can run wilder than you can predict. Huh? I was caught off guard as I thought that I could endure the tears, and was surprised to feel the droplets wetting my palms. Drop after drop fell as I stared at my palm in dismay. I thought it was rain for a moment, but it seemed to be overflowing from my eyes endlessly. Unbearable sobs escaped from the gaps in my clenched teeth. Once I realized I was crying, I couldn't stop. I'm a little tired. Yeah. The trembling in my fingertips increased, and eventually my whole body shook little by little as my tears flowed. I cried without reservation because I thought that no one was around. I've upgraded to pig! Hold on! I can't believe I'm excited about being called a pig. I'm like, wait. We look cute when we cry, according to Jigi.
Shut up, Sal.
Par for the course with him, but his voice rang out so suddenly that I stopped my tears in surprise. Me and Naala had the same thought. Like, wait, I've been promoted! That's too funny. Have I been promoted to a pig? It can't be helped if he's already heard me. And besides, it's Jigi. I don't need to show off or hold back. When I looked up with a strange, defiant expression, Jigi, who was sitting on a tree branch, let out an annoyed voice.
Someone went to great lengths to sleeping comfortably, but you're being so loud and whiny.
I'm not crying loudly.
It's so annoying when you're crying.
This isn't your personal garden.
Nor is it yours.
Perhaps it's because I'm mentally exhausted, but I can't let go of the things that I was fine with in the morning. My anger easily surpassed the boiling point, and I spoke half-heartedly, like I was taking it out on him. Yeah, you have no idea how we feel. I was brought here forcibly, locked up, and Esta and I are being used like pawns. We're both human beings, so why do we have to be treated like this? Crying and lamenting won't change anything. That's what I've been enduring. But I realized once again that I was only enduring it, and that the anger and sadness inside was swelling up day by day. The gap in my heart left by Jigi's vicious words caused my pent-up emotions to erupt in a frenzy. And so, after letting it out, I was finally able to calm down. I wonder what I'm saying. What Jigi says isn't always bad. And besides, this is what I decided, so it's not Jigi's fault. I instantly felt like I couldn't stand it and buried my face between my knees. I'm sorry. The voice I dropped into my arms was as small as the flap of a mosquito's wings, and muffled. Even so, perhaps he heard it, as I wasn't hit with his usual nastiness. Maybe he's already asleep. Come to think of it, Jigi doesn't care about me. To him, I'm sure it only sounded like noisy howling in the wind. I'll apologize the next time I see him. No matter how angry you may be, it's not good to take your anger out on someone. If he was asleep and didn't hear it, I'll apologize properly when he's awake. Yeah, I nodded to myself with determination and leaned back on the tree trunk again. So for a while, I listened to the rustling sound of the wind shaking the trees.
You're so free.
I looked up at the voice that fell out of the blue. Since there was an overly long pause, at first I wasn't sure what it was. Even when I understood it belatedly, I twisted my neck, unable to decide whether it was sarcasm or encouragement. But there's no way Jigi would encourage me. I thought you were asleep.
Unfortunately, a certain someone is screaming in such a loud voice I can't fall asleep.
Sorry about that. I wanted to apologize honestly, but when I talk to Jigi, I tend to become stubborn. Remembering my earlier determination, I opened my mouth to properly apologize. But immediately after, I'm frozen upon hearing the same line from before.
You're so free.
Sarcasm?
Facts.
What do you mean?
There's always something worse.
Something fell from Jigi's hand as he answered, and I hurriedly caught it. glistening in the evening sun. Only part of the fruit had been eaten.
There are a lot of people in this world who can't even eat an apple. I used to be one of them.
Despite the content of the words, the tone in which he speaks is light. So I didn't feel like he was talking about the past, and for a while I couldn't get the question marks off the top of my head. Perhaps frustrated by me, Jigi let out a short sigh and jumped down. And I thought he was just going to walk away, but he sat down beside me. This... about your past?
I'm saying it is, you sow.
I'm not as fat as a pig. You're the one that wanted to be upgraded to pig.
You sure about that?
As he said that, he tried to grab the sides of my tummy. How dare you? And I desperately fended him off out of reflex. Excuse you. If he were to get a handful of my tummy, he'd never stop calling me a pig. Oh, Naala, you are not fat. Shut up, girl. Oh my lord. Look, we saw you in that gorgeous dress in Seth's route. Ain't nobody seriously gonna grab your tummy and say, no, you fat. You fat like a pig, girl. Ain't gonna happen. It's not that I'm excessively overweight, but anyone would be a pig compared to Jigi's toned body. Stop eyeing his toned body.
Why'd you avoid it?
Why wouldn't I?
You claim you're not a pig, right? Then it's no problem.
Cut it out, you idiot! Wait! Stop! I was sitting and fighting, but I was no match for the inhuman Jigi. Finding an opening, he gets a handful of tummy. What the hell is this route? What am I doing right now? What are we doing? Oh my god, I want this to be over already.
It's really soft.
Urge to kill rising. Only now. Only now. Sure. Urge to kill rising.
You should be happy. I'm praising you.
I'll look up the meaning of praise in the dictionary next time.
You don't get it. There's lots of skinny sows that don't have that kind of flesh. All the sows I've seen were like that, except for the aristocrat hags.
Come to think of it, Estes said he was an orphan. Considering that his master is the same, it's not surprising that their circumstances are similar. It's possible that he's intentionally pulling in people from similar upbringings. If that's the case, Jigi would also have had a painful past. As I was wondering if I should be listening to this so easily, Jigi put his hand on my head and tousled my head. What are you...
Stop trying to pretend to be considerate, dummy.
I am considerate of everyone other than you.
Then don't change that now.
Then you hate it.
I don't care.
So, Jigi, were you an orphan too?
I do remember my parents' faces, though. I was taken in by an aristocratic old lady a little while after I can remember, though.
What? You were adopted by an aristocratic family?
Nah. I was a toy. My parent was strapped for cash, so they sold me.
Toy?
Yeah. Or a pet. I was chained up with a collar from morning to night and had no freedom at all.
Sheesh, man. Nola and Nesta sure do have a group that they pick from. Hey, everyone here just has tragic backstories, that's fine.
Living like that, only being able to do what you're ordered to, eventually you stop caring about everything. Even when the pet they kept together with me was treated horribly and died, I felt nothing about that. In my world there were only men and women, and the old woman who gave me orders. I didn't need to think about anything else. Your face is pissed off.
If I'd been there, I would have punched her.
I would have liked to see you take a swing at that old woman. Well, not like that's gonna happen.
Did she die?
Yeah, she died. Or, more accurately, Mr. Esta killed her.
Well done, Batman. Kill...
Don't be all surprised now. You know what he does.
Yeah, but... Aside from what she did to you, did she do any other wrongdoings?
Plenty. She was frightened by the political assistant, so I figured one day her time would come. So, it came as no surprise. Lord Knoll found out about all the terrible things she was secretly doing, and the entire rotten family was purged.
I can't say I'm upset about this particular weeding.
Everyone in the mansion, including the hag, tried to escape, and they left me chained up. And there, appearing gallantly, was Lord Esta. Lord Knoll had ordered Lord Esta to kill everyone in the mansion to keep the whole thing under wraps, but after he stared at me, he said, "I'll make you one of my men," and took me in.
Aw, Esta has always had a heart. Good on that man. Maybe Esta subconsciously saw Jigi and his former self in the same light. Maybe that's why he couldn't abandon him.
I can still vividly remember how strong Lord Esta was that night. He killed everyone in the hall in the blink of an eye. I was amazed that there was someone in the world who could move that way. Anyway, a lot happened since then, and that brings us to the present. You look like you're gonna cry.
I'm sorry. I didn't know about your situation.
I don't need your sympathy or your apology. I'm just telling you the truth. Compared to me at that time, you can move around.
I'm stunned at my own insensitivity, which I finally realized after all this time. I'm sure that what Jigi told me up to now was his way of comforting me. I wanted to say thank you at once, but I knew that Jigi would deny it, so I kept my gratitude to myself. Right.
It's good to be able to move. It doesn't corrode the soul. You can also have a purpose in life. That's important too, in my opinion. Without a purpose, you'll die just like us.
My chest tightens as Jigi said us, including me in his statement. And so they will be easily divided and easily dead. Neither life nor death should be treated like that. I wonder if Jigi isn't afraid of death. When I think about Jigi's way of life, it makes me sad. Before I knew it, the tears that had dried up were blurring at the corners of my eyes again. Both you and Esta, you neglect yourselves too much.
Whether I die or live, it's my life, so it's my choice. It's not like anyone's going to cry.
Someone would.
Huh? Who?
Me.
Why?
It's sad when someone you've had a conversation with dies.
Are you actually a masochist? All I've said are terrible things to you.
Yeah, but even like this, you've helped me out a lot. Maybe it's because of his background being sold as a slave, and then even now being held by Knoll. When talking to Jigi, I feel comfortable, as if I'm fighting with a boy from the same family. I don't need to prepare myself in order to talk to him, so I guess that's why I was able to spill my guts with him like I did earlier. I don't hate you.
I do hate you.
Yeah, I know.
Aw, I'm some kind of pissed off. If I die, you better cry.
Yeah, I will.
And not just a few tears. You better cry an ocean.
Yeah, okay. He was tussling my hair again, but this time it didn't bother me.